Link, it's your boy. Oh, don't blink. It's your boy Yink. Welcome to our show. Guys are doing well. So having a wonderful day on this 2 April, 2nd April 2025. I have to stop saying 2 and say 2nd because people want me to speak good English. No, right? Am I right? Am I wrong? I don't know. Maybe, probably, no. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing is going to be playing some of the tower. Today is tournament day. I have to go meet my mom in about 10 minutes. So what I'm going to do is, we're going to start a tournament. We're going to explore what is happening and before, and then we will do the tournaments. But that's pretty much it. So let's explore what's going on. Ooh. Shit. I had a highest wave. Good. Okay. So this is absolutely phenomenal. We got the dev announcement. The feature banners are temporarily pause the feature. Firstly, we failed to proactively communicate this. Rest assured. Wait, what? What's going on? The feature. Oh, okay, yeah. Unfortunately, we failed to proactively communicate this. Rest. Okay. Regarding the event logging, are also investigating. In the meantime, please accept this medal as an apology. Super nice. Okay, so what they're talking about is we're supposed to get a special module, right? And we didn't get it. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, dude. I don't. Well, people will care, but I don't. So yeah, so I have to go down in about 5 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna be exploring this together, right? The 40 module. We have the 40 module, and we have the Oh shit, we have a lot today. Holy dude. Holy macaroni. So let's do the open. What is the mission today? So I got this. Let's check out what I said in the guild chat. We got already 500. People are mad, man. Whoa. Oh, before I start, I almost freaking forgot. I have to go with the Guardian. Ally. So I have to do targets. I have to spend points on that. We'll do 3 target and we'll do more duration and we'll have a better cooldown. The cooldown, we have to increase that. The ally. Okay, nice. As far as I can tell, attack has the most promises. Ally can be great for Go bot. That we answered. Our bracket finished 13, 20th. Wow, forget I ever had some setting to turn idle after 3 minutes. That couldn't come double after disabling. Wall changed a lot for me since upgrading and stable until an hour ago. This guy is obsessed with it. Falcon, obsessed with his wall. You know what? I'm gonna give a shout out. I wish I was that obsessed about something, my guy. Okay, so now we are at 52. I have to be down in 8 minutes. Not a big deal, not a problem. So let's focus on getting this right. Cool. We already checked out what that it was. So that's also good. We got 2 quests. Thank you so much. Let's get the free 15 gem reward. Let's go on a tournament. That is good. Okay, perfect. Now what we're gonna do is change one skin, and okay, so we have the change one skin is absolutely easy. I have to check if I'm still recording because right now what we're doing is we're uploading some videos. Oh, you see? It broke. It broke. It broke. It broke. I told you it broke, but I didn't go broke. 10 things have happened, but it didn't break, my friend. So this the screen recorder broke. So I have to make sure that it's working because I want to record some content. Thank God we didn't try. We didn't start. Are you working or not? Okay, so now. No, dude, stop. I want to play the tower. Okay, good. 22. I have to make sure that it's working. Good. Okay. I have to change the one skin. It's lagging a little bit. It's okay. When it's gonna come to the actual gameplay? 55. Okay, we have to go. It's lagging a lot. And we lost it. God damn it. Ugh. Ouch. At least it's working. Okay, please, 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 please. It's a system that crashes. Okay, I can definitely do that. Let's look for the keys. I found it. Good. Now, I have to get someone. Phew. Ça c'est caché. Sweden. Okay, so now what I have to do. Dominic, it's your Wink. Welcome to our show. Okay, well, having a wonderful day on the 2nd April 2025. Mama Claus hit again. So she sent me some stuff. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. We're gonna be checking it out together. She said, "Hey, I was thinking about you. I know things are rough financially, so here you go." Like, wow, thanks, Mom. So we're seeing what she brought me. So this apparently is refrigerated stuff. So super happy about this. Dude, it's so kind. I got some hummus. We have the original hummus, which is great. Holy crap! I got not one, not two. And you know what's really nice? There's two different cheese. There's a velvet. Ooh, Velveeta. I have never had these. And cheddar single, which is a great way to make some grilled cheese because it's actually healthy. Well, there's healthier stuff, but it's actually healthy. So we have a shit ton of bread. We have not one, but two suffered bread, which we're super grateful for. I have also this. Dude, maple spread. This is whatchamacallit? This is maple butter. We have this envelope. I'm not sure what it is. Possibly some CVs. Because tomorrow we're going. Well, not tomorrow, but I don't know tomorrow. I'll go the best day to get there. This is not mine. Okay. Well, let's ask what it is. That's not mine. We have a nice letter. Now, I can't read it to you guys because, once again, it's private. We have, holy shit. Nice. We got 6-time smart popcorn. Never had these. I usually go for a super butter. But this is a great thing because when we have, okay, so technically speaking, right? What we have is super simple. We have training for chips. Popcorn will take care of that. Popcorn will take care of that. Take care of your chips cravings. So that is super nice. Got extra buttery. So we have 2 smart pop extra buttery. She was also saying that, oh, if you have this, holy shit, hey dude, that's super kind. She was also saying you have some what should we call it? Some training for salt. All these are a good way. So we have one Spanish salad, which is super nice. Oh my god, are you kidding me? She got me 3 different flavor. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, that is so nice. And we have a sweet jerkin pickles. So now, I wish I could film. I called my mom. I kind of fucked up. I kind of fucked it up. Okay, so what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to do a part 2 where I'm calling my mom. Shit, because I can't call her and film at the same time, which is absolutely bullshit. Okay. Shut up about that. What? And we're back. This is part 2. I'm gonna make one part out of it. Don't worry. Oops. I was just gonna call my mom because she sent me so much stuff. So I just wanted to say thank you, but I also want to say thank you in front of you guys because she does a lot for me. And most of all, she thought about you guys because she gave us some very different product. That way we can taste it. So I'm gonna call my mom.
Oui, Stéphane.
Maman, merci beaucoup. J'ai tout reçu.
Parfait, ok,
Thank,
parfait.
thank you so much for everything, Mom. It's so kind.
Okay, no problem.
Have a nice day. Laura, she came not even late. She came at 5 on the dot and I was there.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
I know you're at work. I'm going to let you go, but maman, merci tellement. C'est tellement gentil.
Il n'y a pas de problème, Stéphane.
This means a lot.
Ok. Ok, maman.
Bye.
Bye.
She's at work, Cannot talk a lot, but still. Oh well. At least we called her. Wow. It's a shame because, should have called her when she was done working and didn't think about it. Fudge, okay. That's life. That's life. I'm excited though. I'm really excited. Let's get it. Wow. Okay. What is that? That's not mine. That's possibly private. Good. Yours are fucking huge. Hi. Oh, this. Yeah. Okay. Uh-huh. 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 Okay, good. I don't know if I don't have snacks. Okay. Okay. This and this. Okay. Let's see. Maybe that's the time this before. Churu. Uh-huh. Churu. Is that busy? Okay. Good. That is great. That is fucking great. That is fucking great, dude. Two. 14. I'm gonna have to delete this again. Oh. Now we're better. The fuck? Modérateur. People are super kind of. Oh my god, it's Zion.
Fuck your excuses, I don't need the drama. We taking pics like that.
Et en plus, je peux les améliorer. The One Piece mobile game is finally here.
Guess what, guys?
What? What?
I'm sitting here with my best friend.
I just a friend.
Yeah, his name's AJ. And AJ's best friend is
Dada.
Dada. Today,
Hey.
Let's upgrade my shit a little bit, huh? Let's actually play the freaking tournament, huh? What do you guys think about that? It's a good idea? I think I forgot it a little bit, huh? I think I forgot it a little bit. You know what I forgot also? I forgot to upgrade the Guardian. I don't know if that can change something or not. Well, it's actually perfect because we'll be able to say, hey, with the Guardian, we did better than without the Guardian. But let me make sure that we have all of it, dude. 1. Good. Oh, you know what? Let's actually do everything in order. Let's charge a phone. Put everything that I need to put in the freezer, in the fridge. Okay, that's also important. Right. Right. You're right. You're right, dude. You're right. When you're right, you're right. And, yeah. Fuck your excuses, I don't live in drama. Okay, that's good. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Come on, Ink. You need to work a little bit, dude. Come on. You won't get famous doing nothing. Fuck your excuses, I don't live in drama. Okay. Okay. What? Say something? Hey, just go. Oh, this thing's all old. Speißgehele. Speißgehele. Ah, bitte. Speißgehele. So, we should get that room. But they call that. If I don't know that they. Some spit over. Some spit over. This is going to the fridge. Fuck your excuses, I don't live in drama. That's important to do. When she licks my lollipop. She licks my lollipop. Licks my lollipop up. Shawty's gotta go. Whoa. Listen to a little bit of Jerry Springer. We'll go out. I had a couple of videos to do. Then we'll stop the tower. Okay. Yeah, okay. That sounds good. That sounds delightful. Yeah, let's stop this tower. So far, they're both doing good. Let's listen to a little bit of Elise. A little bit of Jerry Springer. If I do this for an hour, it is 6:30. Okay, let's do this.
aucune chance.
Patients make a choice between
Yeah, we'll do this. That's actually a good idea.
sensitivity protected teeth. Now they don't have to make that decision.
Oh, we're almost done. We're almost dead.
Shades wider teeth, 24/7.
And by we're almost dead, we are dead.
It's safe for the enamel. My patients will love it.
Jasmine is a user. Jasmine
a manipulator.
A hoe.
And she
Jasmine is a hoe.
She finessed you. Hey.
Shit, fuck that baby. That's not nice. Dude, we're 2 minutes in. Chill. How y'all doing?
Do I have to explain myself to you?
Yep.
No, you don't have to explain yourself to me.
Myself to you?
Maybe you should explain yourself to the world.
You are a freaking clown.
Yeah, and you're a
That's
pregnant
what
whore.
you are.
Oh. Whoa.
What?
Please, please.
You're a whore. What you are?
That's fucked up. Chill, guys. Chill. Chill. Gay pornography. The fuck? What is going on? Okay, so now what we have to do is focus on the tournament. Because we're doing good, but not so much. Then after that, I have to focus on getting the Guardian. Muy bien.
Do I have to explain
Myself to you?
No, you don't have to explain yourself to me.
myself to you?
Maybe you should explain yourself to the world.
You are a freaking clown.
Yeah, and you're a
That's
pregnant
what you
whore.
are.
And you're a pregnant whore. What?
What? What you gonna do with your belly? Whoa. Chill, bro. Chill.
Gay pornography.
I'd be damned if I stand there and let this goofy bitch talk to me. Yeah, thanks. Your support, so thank you for that. Jasmine manipulator. A hoe. And she.
Rob's a real one because he's protecting his boy, but
Please, please.
no.
What you are? Whore.
Love, getting his ass in gay pornography.
You have a bastard child.
I'd be damned if I stand there and let this goofy bitch talk to me.
Yeah, thanks. And I appreciate your support. So
Of
thank
course,
you
dude.
for that.
Jasmine a manipulator.
A hoe.
And she
Jasmine is a hoe.
What the are you looking at me?
I'm looking at you. Natalie, you want to call somebody a hooker? Your hooker is right here.
Guys, she's pregnant, like, you know.
I don't give a. You walked in and was like, I'm pregnant, and all the girls was like.
Okay, so rank 3 plat. We're actually good with that. I'm actually happy with that.
A lighter.
She's pregnant.
It's okay, dude. Thanks a lot. I appreciate your support.
I'm not joking. Seriously, you can see your What was with the way you're dressed yesterday? You were dressed like a whore.
Do you
Whoa.
think that Brandon owes Julia an apology for what he said about her?
Nope.
Well, I think first off is she should reconsider how she acted in the bar. Maybe she owes him an apology.
You just can't have all the fun you want to have all the time. Julia was pushing the limits.
She owe him an apology, bruh. I don't think that's how it works.
Bruh, I've seen yo showing while wearing clothes, so don't tell me that you can't be dressed.
Why are you breaking it on me?
She was on all fours crawling across the bar.
When her vagina's out, what am I gonna say? Like, oh, pull your out too.
Welcome back to another 90 Day Fiancé recap. We're going to talk about
Sailor Moon, baby.
Season 2, Episode 18.
A Sailor Moon potato.
Part 1, Disaster, Dumpster Fire, Trash, Jerry Springer. What in the fork was that? Y'all, I wish I had my garden gummies. I needed to pop at least 2 garden gummies for this tell-all. I actually watched it the day after it aired because it aired on Monday night, and I was looking at what everybody was saying online and on social media, and I knew this tell-all was gonna piss me off. Okay, y'all, I was pissed off. So I knew I was going to watch it on Tuesday, but I didn't have any garden gummies because I left them all in Washington, D.C., and I'm here back home with my
Round?
parents because you guys know my dog's surgery. So I debated for, I don't know, maybe an hour. I was like, do I go drive 20 minutes to the nearest dispensary and get a new jar? But I don't want to get a new jar because, I'm sorry, they're expensive, okay? They're so expensive. I'm trying to be
Let's
more-
Tower Guardian. Let's percentage of attack.
I'm trying to be more frugal in 2025. And do I really want to spend
I got 300.
$50 on a new jar of
Yeah,
garden
let's do
gummies when I
2.
have a
And
brand
let's
new
do
jar
more
that
count
hasn't
cooldown.
been opened?
Targeting cooldown for. Oh yeah, that's a good. That's actually pretty good.
Responsible potato that I am, I
That's actually pretty good.
forgoed. Is that a word? Forgoed. Oh God, I sound so dumb. I decided not to go to the dispensary, and I stayed home and watched the tell-all sober. Now, overall, from an entertainment perspective, it was very entertaining, right? You got Jerry Springer, you got a little Maury, you got shoe throwing, you got yelling, you got all the levels of trash in one tell-all, and that was only part one. Okay.
Sheesh.
So I know a lot of people found it entertaining, but for me, it was just uncomfortable. It was dark. The taunting, the slut shaming, the insane misogyny, the violence, and the casual racism, like everything just grossed me out. And if you get it, then you get it. I see you, you see me, we see each other. But if you don't get it, then you don't get it. I mean, what can I do? You know? And let me just make myself very clear. Jasmine should not have thrown the shoe, okay? Violence is rarely the answer. But you can never, ever, 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 ever make me like Rob. You can never. Unless he has a whole ass 180-degree personality change, you can never make me like him. He is a piece of poo that's like stuck under my shoe and you want to like try to scrub it out, and you just
That's
scrub it
Ash.
out until you really scrub and clean the shit out of it. He's a deeply disturbed man with a vitriolic, vicious hatred for women, okay? And Gino is a pathetic little loser who couldn't even stand on his own. He hid behind his master leader Rob to do his dirty work. And remember, y'all, I'm talking about the characters we see on reality TV, okay? Not the real people in real life. We don't know who these people are in real life. And for the sake of humanity and for the sake of our future, I hope they're all acting and putting on a show, but I don't know. So, with that said, let's get into the recap. All right, we see Brandon and Julia walk in, and they're wearing matching leopard print fuzzy coats. How cute! Yeah. Rob and Josh arrive together because they're just the bestest friends now. Stacy and Florian arrived. They look great. I loved how Stacy needed help pulling up her dress, and Florian knew right away. He just immediately did it without hesitation, and he pulled it up. He just, with his full strength, he took that top of her dress and he just pulled it right up. Oh God. Sadly, we hear that their marriage still has the same old problems as they did before the resort. Next, we see Ari. She's nervous for the tell-all because everybody's probably going to take Vinny's side. Florian joins Rob and Josh, and they're like, so, how are things with you and Stacy? And Florian goes, oh, she thinks I'm always flirting. Like, I don't know. I just talked to a woman, and Stacy says you're flirting again. And he's like, I'm not flirting. And Josh goes, dude, you just have to take a softer approach. Okay? Instead of getting aggressive and your temper flaring, just tell her, I'm not flirting, my love. I was just being nice. You have nothing to worry about, my queen.
The reaction. Don't hate the game, hate the player. And that's actually really important. What do I mean by don't hate the game, hate the players? The game is good, the players don't want any relationship. Hate them. You get mad at a single guy for flirting?
So adventure on your
No.
terms. 18 to 30 somethings by G Adventures.
There's a lot of noise out there. What is real? What is false? CBC News is here for Canadians, sifting through the noise to help you make your best choice. Because this is your vote. Canada Votes 2025.
Josh knows how to talk. He knows how to smooth talk. And Rob goes, yeah, Florian, you need to take Josh Weinstein's class of keeping it mellow and keeping it cool. Dude, so do you. Okay, Rob, okay, I want you to listen up. Okay, use your listening ears. You actually need it more than Florian does, and you need to be seated front row. No one on this cast needs this class more than you do, Rob. Natalie walks in this very strange dress. Actually, when I was writing my notes, I saw the back of her dress, and it was a two-piece. The top was sequined, tight. It was similar to like a gymnastics or figure skating outfit. And then on the bottom, she wore this tutu-looking polyester poofy skirt. I was horrified. But then she turned around, and I saw it from the front. And although it did look a lot better, it was just a little too junior prom-y. Sophie walks in looking like a little snow bunny. Then Benny walks in, and I want to know, was this filmed before or after the Super Bowl? That's what I really want to know. And then we see our dear beloved Gino. He tells Florian that a lot of crap went down after the resort, and he has a lot of dirt that he's going to be exposing. And the dirt is so dirty that it's going to make Matt cry. But I said it won't be as dirty as Gino's Google search history. Everybody gets on stage except for Jasmine, and we already know why. Sean joins. And she has this lilac lavender dress. The color looks amazing on her, and somehow she looks 10 years younger than she did 10 years ago. I don't know how she does it, but every time we see this woman on stage, she looks younger. And the thing I noticed immediately was how the women and men were on opposite sides. They were divided. And I feel like that set the tone for what was about to happen. Okay? It was literally men against the women.
Nuh-uh.
It's the guy over there. Oh, it's gonna be girls against guys.
First, we have our usual quick catch-up. Natalie and Josh are no longer talking at all. They're not even friends. Gino and Jasmine did their open marriage after the resort, and then they separated. Florian and Stacy have slipped into their old patterns since the resort. Brandon and Julia seem to have been fighting. Ari and Benny are not officially divorced because Ari still hasn't started the paperwork yet. Rob and Sophie were no contact after the resort, but then after a few months, they started having schmecks. Sophie, what the hell is wrong with you? And then Josh takes this opportunity to chime in and be like, oh yeah, I know Rob and Sophie were banging because Natalie and I were banging. And then Natalie goes, oh no, Josh, I gave you pity sex. Yeah, okay, Natalie. Then it's time for Jasmine to make her grand entrance. She walks in with her pregnant belly. Everybody is kind of shook, but Natalie is really shook. Sean then asks her when she's due. And Jasmine says no comment because it's kind of like superstitious to say when the baby is due, which is kind of weird. Like, I don't know. Is that really a thing? I don't know.
Probably.
She reveals that it's Matt's baby and that this was an unplanned pregnancy. Now, why she would have another baby when I don't even want to get into that. Like, I just don't think that was very smart or responsible. But whatever, it's too late. She's already pregnant. She's going to have the baby. So Sean then goes, well, Gino, we all know from the show that you really wanted a baby. So how do you feel now that Jasmine is pregnant with another man's baby? And he goes, oh, well, it's so sad. I'm very sad. She told me that she didn't want to have a child with me because I wouldn't be a good dad. And now she's having a child with another man. And Rob says this was all a part of Jasmine's master plan. She came on the last resort to get Gino to agree to this open marriage so that she can get with Matt like she wanted to all along. So
Possibly.
Rob start fighting immediately, and Rob is so triggered by this whole open marriage thing and how she's pregnant with another man's child. He's so pressed. He's so bothered. He's so angry. Like, he has so much vitriol. He is on a witch hunt. It is concerning, but I'm not surprised. She calls him a clown, and then he calls her a pregnant whore. Yeah, his real thoughts came out, and he did not give a fuck. Okay, he was just like, whore, whore, whore. After that first whore came out, it was just an echo chamber, like, whore, 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 whore. Gino, ho, 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 you're a whore, you're a whore, you're a whore. And then Jasmine stands up, and then Rob stands up, and then Jasmine throws her shoe at him, which she should not have done. No. Okay, let me make myself clear again. She should not have thrown her shoe.
She couldn't be a butt.
Why she did it? Should she have done it? No. Let me make myself clear again because I know some people are gonna twist it and be like, "Oh my God, you're condoning violence." No, she should not.
I love my touch. She's entertaining as fuck, but
how she got there. First of all, she's
It's always the woman. Oh, the woman did this, the woman did that. It's always a man as a bad guy.
So many things wrong with him. He's deeply disturbed and he needs help. And the movie Adolescence was basically about Rob, okay? Someone is verbally attacking her. I mean, he's been doing this for months before the tell-all, since the resort, months and months and months after, up until the tell-all. And he is calling her a pregnant whore. I'm sorry, but if someone did that to me, I would have wanted to chop his dick off. It's like he's taunting, poking, and poke, and poke, and poke, and poke the bear. It literally, he is taunting her over and over. He's verbally assaulting her. How much more of verbal assault can she take until she breaks? And then, of course, she finally breaks. She throws the shoe. Again, she should not have thrown the shoe, but she throws it, and then everybody's like, you whore, yeah, you're a whore. See, you're fucking crazy. You're fucking violent. Go back to Panama. You need to be deported. Now, all the crazies come out, okay? And I'm not talking about Jasmine. I'm talking about the people, the audience. And I'm not talking about everybody, but the response to Jasmine throwing the shoe is so interesting, because is it really about throwing the shoe, or is the throwing of the shoe, does it finally give you permission to let out your innermost, deepest thoughts? Now let's get into the whore comment. First of all, it's hilarious that Rob is calling Jasmine a whore when he himself is one. He literally sells pictures of his cheeks being spread wide open, front and center, okay? That is the definition of a whore. And there's nothing wrong with being a whore. And Jasmine calls him out on it. She calls him a whore because he's the one selling booty pics.
Booty.
And the way she said he stabs his booty with plugs, it did come off a little homophobic, like how she kept saying it was gay porn. But I also believe that she made that a point because she knew that it would bother him. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just taking you through my thought process. But news flash, Rob is a whore. And there's nothing wrong with being a whore. If you want to be a whore, be a whore. Go do whatever you want with your body. It's a free country. I don't give a shit. But if he's going to call her a whore, then he should acknowledge that he himself is the actual whore. Now, some might justify Rob calling her a whore over and over and over again by saying Jasmine called him one back. But you guys have to realize it is not the same. Calling a man a whore will never ever carry the same weight as calling a woman one.
See? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I said whore so many times. I think YouTube is going to demonetize this video. So then Jasmine tells everybody that he's gay for pay and that she has pictures to prove it. She has the videos. He has the ugliest cornhole that she's ever seen. Now, I don't think Jasmine should have been like, I have the pictures. Like, that's gross. However, I've seen the argument that people are calling it revenge porn and how it's the same exact thing as what Gino did to Jasmine by showing her nude photos to his ex. That is not the same thing. And me pointing that out, that it's not the same thing, isn't me defending Jasmine. I'm just pointing out the obvious, okay? But some people do not.
I'm gonna take a shower.
So let me tell you.
I have to shave my neck.
Both willingly took those photos of themselves. Yes, that is the same. But here's the difference, okay? Jasmine shared her photos with somebody privately, and it was only for him and his eyes only. Rob shared it to the internet, to the public, for anyone's consumption. Anyone who uses the internet was able to find these pictures, and Jasmine shared what was already out there. I don't think it was classy, I think it was petty, it was cheap, but it's absolutely not the same thing as Gino sharing Jasmine's private photos to someone else without her knowledge or her consent. That is the difference. It is not the same thing. And if you don't get it, then you don't get it. Like, I don't know how to help you. So when Jasmine tells him that he's gay for pay, he denies it. And she's like, do you want to see the pictures? I have the pictures. And he's like, yeah, show me the pictures. Now, Rob knows damn well there are pictures and videos of him because his very first season, which was a couple years ago, people found his pictures and they were posting it on Reddit. So after their big blowout fight, Rob leaves the stage, the boys follow him, and Jasmine is trying to catch her breath. Sophie tells Jasmine that Rob is very good at triggering people, so try to calm down, don't let it get to her. But like, how can it not, you know? Rob, Florian, Gino, and Josh are backstage. Gino tells him,
Thanks, buddy. Thanks for defending me. Jasmine is a hoe. Yeah, she's a hoe. Say it with me, everyone. Jasmine is a hoe. Jasmine is a hoe.
Quand on aura de l'amour, de l'air fraîche et de l'air pur, ce sera
Monsieur Cholet, c'est les 800 meilleures propriétés au Québec. Ça, c'est 800 expériences uniques. Peu importe ce que t'aimes faire au chalet. Que tu veuilles pratiquer ta broche ou pêcher en toute tranquillité pour une expérience unique en nature. Monsieur Cholet!
L'appel d'un regard, l'envoûtement d'une monture parfaite, le magnétisme animal de la
Quand on aura de l'amour, de l'air fraîche et de l'air pur, ce sera le roi dans une cour.
Somebody keeps sending me these.
You gotta be within 50 feet to send a job. Get someone in the restaurant.
Everything okay?
I'll be right back. 911, what's your emergency? Hi, my son is being held. What do you want from me? I can't do that. I'll kill you if you hurt my son. When I find out who's threatening my son, I'll show them how dangerous a mother can be.
Oh.
I know it's you.
Donc on a de season 3. Oh.
First date jitters.
You know you're killing it.
Mario Kart World.
Okay, Gino, we heard you. And then Rob is going on and on about Jasmine, just trash talking her. He's so mad. He's so triggered. Calm down. Like, this anger would be justified if it was about the shoe being thrown at him, because she shouldn't have thrown her shoe at him. But that's not what he's mad about. He is mad that she is a woman that is not bowing down to him, that is not being quiet and apologizing, okay? That's why he's mad. He's mad that she's outspoken. I was listening to a podcast called Reality Gaze, and there were so many points that they made that I absolutely agreed with, and they're so much more articulate than I am, so I'm going to include those clips.
To dissect what Rob means when he called Jasmine a whore. Because the word is really loaded. But here's what I think Rob means by it. It means a woman who is deceptive, which is the worst thing he can't stand because women live to deceive men. Rob hates women. Totally. I bet you he hates his mother. 100%. 2, unfaithful. That's the one. How could you be unfaithful to someone like Rob? Mm-hmm. How could a woman be unfaithful to a man who is always faithful to her? Mm-hmm. 3, there is something. This is the worst thing. There's something like she's a lower life form than him. That's like, I think that's the worst part of it. That I don't know if it's also wrapped in xenophobia and things like that too, because she's an immigrant. But I feel a little bit like it is. Me too. And it's just, we say this because it's not just simple as calling her that word. It is so layered. And the men start to pick it up. Brandon uses the word, and then it becomes any woman who is, and this is the scariest part of it for them, more assertive and not compliant. Mm-hmm. Full stop. Mm-hmm. It is a non-compliant woman is called a whore. And I would love to be a whore. I'm a proud whore. So that's why it's important to talk about it like that. It's not just slut shaming or infidelity. It is more than that. Mm-hmm. It's about a woman who has, and Jasmine will say this, about a woman who has, and the pregnancy was the epitome of that, because that meant she was using something of her power that none of those men could give her up there. Mm-hmm. And that's why it was so triggering to Rob, because he put himself in Gino's place. Yeah. And he thought, no one will ever treat me like that. That's why a lot of the men want to take up for Gino, even though he doesn't deserve it at all. He's been horrendous. And his behavior on the tell-all, we kept thanking Rob for standing up for him. I think, I gotta say, again, she's not perfect, but I believe everything Jasmine says about
you guys, we have to take a step back and look at it from the outside. Why is Rob so dead set on this witch hunt? Why is he so angry? Why is he so set on making her out to be who he thinks she is? Why does he care? He doesn't give a shit about Gino. It's not about Gino. I truly believe that he thinks women are all scheming, conniving, gold-digging bitches, whores. He and all other men are victims and they're being oppressed, and that's how Rob thinks, and that's how Gino thinks. And I'm starting to think that's how Brandon might think. So everybody goes back on stage. Rob does not stop. He calls Jasmine a hooker. Natalie, you wanted your hooker? There you go. There's your hooker. Like, it's so disgusting. They just go on and on and on about Jasmine being a whore. And then she gets up again and throws her other shoe at him again. And she really threw that. I think at this point, Jasmine needed restraints on her wrist so that she could stop throwing shit. So then Rob takes her shoe, runs backstage. He beats the shoe, and then he tries to break the shoe, and he fails. He tries so hard to destroy the shoe, but he couldn't do it. So then he wanted to light the shoe on fire. No one would give him a match, so then he went outside and threw the shoe as far
10,
as he could.
9,
Which, by the way, it didn't
8,
go very far because a producer ran out and got it. But people are going to focus on Jasmine throwing the shoe after she has been
7,
confronted and verbally
6,
assaulted and harassed
5,
over and over again. But no one's
4.
going to acknowledge what Rob did with that shoe. He walks back on stage after getting rid of the shoe, and then he's trying to cool off, and Gina goes, "Thanks again, Rob, for defending me, okay? And having my back. I'm so thankful for a man like you." A producer tells Jasmine to stop throwing things, and Sean finally speaks and sets some rules. She's like, "Please do not throw anything or you're going to be removed, and do not use language that crosses a line, whatever that means." Then they take a break from Gino and Jasmine because who knows what else will happen. I think Jasmine should have had restraints on her wrist, and Rob should have had a big-ass tape over his mouth. In the very last few minutes, they touch on Brandon and Julia. Basically, Julia's been dragging her feet when it comes to seeing a fertility doctor, and Brandon says, "I gave her everything to make her happy." Yeah, I doubt that. Ron and Betty join through video. They're currently on a cruise enjoying their life. And then they play back the scene of Julia dancing at the table and Brandon calling Julia dressed like a whore. Okay? These men, Gino, Rob, and Brandon, love calling women whores. Sean asks his parents, "Do you think Brandon owes Julia an apology for calling her a whore?" And the dad goes, "Well, I think Julia should give him an apology for how she acted." Mom agrees. Rob agrees. Of course Rob agrees. No surprise there. And then Josh goes,
It's enough of the Rob bashing. Holy shit.
And then Brenda goes, "Yeah, but her badge was out." And then Sophie goes, "No, it wasn't." And Rob then gets triggered again. Everybody, attention everybody, Rob's triggered again. Rob's triggered again. A female talked. So then he starts going off on Sophie. And he's like, "I've seen your badge out, so don't tell me blah, 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 blah." Like, he's so mad again. People encourage him to apologize to Julia, and he gives her a half apology. And people are like, "No, that's not really an apology." And then his mother chimes in and says, "Julia, as Brandon's mother, he said he's sorry, okay?" What the fork?
Hey, Julia, as Brandon's mother, he says he's sorry.
No, that doesn't help.
I would rather eat shit for the rest of my life than to be married to Brandon, Rob, or Gino. Like, literally stab me, beat me, kill me. Then they play back a scene of Julia.
See, this is what I don't like. It's too much.
During her relationship with Brandon,
You have to be
and
impartial. You have to be
it
fair.
ends there. Oh my goodness. I am seeing so much support for Rob and praise for Rob. Like, it's so. Are you guys okay? Why are you guys riding his dick so hard? And just because I hate Rob doesn't mean I support Jasmine throwing her shoe at Rob, okay? But some of you, not all of you, some, are so focused on her throwing her shoe, and you're using it to justify all your racist, your sexist, misogynistic thoughts. Also, by the way, Rob constantly doing her accent did not sit well with me because he wasn't doing like a funny, lighthearted impression like he has done in his Pillow Talk, which I didn't have a problem with. But the way he mocked her accent in this tell-all, it was malicious. I just don't understand how Jasmine throwing her shoe at him after constantly being berated and verbally assaulted by him for months suddenly excuses all of Rob's shitty behavior, how he was verbally abusive and physically abusive to Sophie, and it apparently absolves Gino of every shitty, horrible thing that he's done to Jasmine. Like, all of a sudden, these men are heroes? Like, are you guys okay? I just want to make a note that some of you, okay, in the comment section, I see you, are saying, oh, Poe always hates on men. It's always men.
Yep.
She hates men. No, I hate shitty men. Okay, I shit on shitty men. And some of you guys are like, it's only the men she complains about. She never talks shit about the women. Okay, then you have selective hearing, babes. Okay, you need to open up your ears and listen because I've shit on many women who have been shitty. It's you who only hear me shit on shitty men, and you like when I shit on women, you don't hear it as shitting on women, and that seems like a you issue. And like I
Yeah,
said
but-
again, if you hear me shit on more men, it's because there are more shitty men on the show.
Yeah, but if everybody asks, if everybody tells you, hey, shitting on the man, then maybe you are.
Some time in the bathroom, look in the mirror, and think inwards. Okay. I don't get comments like, "Oh, I love how he called Jasmine out. He was just saying what everyone was thinking." Really? That's what you're thinking? That Jasmine is a pregnant whore and that she should be deported? I mean, you're just showing yourself, honestly. And if you really want to focus on Jasmine throwing her shoe, people are calling it an assault weapon. Y'all, please, okay? But if you want to take it there, if you really want to focus on her throwing her shoe, then what about Rob throwing stuff at Sophie? Okay, she posted videos when they were fighting of him throwing a water bottle at her, and in my professional potato opinion, that is not even the same thing. Okay, Jasmine throwing her shoe after being verbally attacked over and over again in a room full of people, on a stage full of people.
See, showing the abuse of Rob.
Security.
Out of context like that.
Rob throwing his water bottle at Sophie while he was yelling at her in the privacy of their own home with no one around. So if you want to think over, then you gotta keep
Sorry.
some energy for Rob. Okay, and I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. And I know I have the unpopular opinion, and it kind of drives me crazy. I don't understand why more people don't see it the way I do. But then I get it, because like, look at the state of our world. Well, that's it for the recap. Thank you guys so much for
State of the
watching,
world,
for
the fuck?
listening, and I guess it's time for y'all to leave it in the comments, okay? I'm probably gonna get a ton of hate comments, but I stand by what I said. I believe what I believe, and at the end of the day, if you are so mad at Jasmine, then just have the same energy for Rob. Okay? Love you guys. I'll talk to you in the next
But
one.
you don't have it. You're telling people to have the same energy, but you don't have it yourself. So it doesn't make any sense. That's pop talk. So now we're gonna do is the Guardian. Ally. So this one, I don't know what to do. Can I go with targets? Yeah. A cooldown. Good, okay. The Guardian's doing better now.
Le même plaisir qui fait du bien. Avec ton vieux compte bancaire, tu payais des frais. C'est donc occupe des intérêts élevés et pas de frais sur les services bancaires courants. T'en as plus pour ton argent? C'est vrai que mon vieux compte, c'était un peu comme ton steak de dingue, madame. Et là,
T'as qu'on aura de...
Yeah, yep, of course.
Hi, everyone.
whoa! Oh! Surprise! Oh my God! Gino.
I just want to clap Matt right in the face, you know, and knock him over. I just like one.
Chill, chill. Wet socks. I still have not a lot to do this still. Wet socks. Your wet socks.
Why would I get deported? Why you wish someone to get deported?
It's not a popular video. 5 days.
Jesus, I hope you're not in love.
No, I'm not.
It is a framed picture of Wellington and I with Angela in a heart.
work somehow.
He copies everything I do. That boy has no sense of identity. He doesn't enjoy dismantling that corporate car like we do. Because when I told you on your show that I flew over there in Nigeria, I was now, and I pulled on Michael's car, you started talking about your own experience. See, don't we have so much in common, Drew?
You're gonna come out now because I know he likes his car. Here he comes too. I said, nice to see you. Out there like bumper gone, the tag ripped off. Yeah.
That's funny, huh?
Because he always tells me down. I'm like, down? Hello, welcome to your car. I vandalized an ex-boyfriend's car too. See? True, it's a natural thing to do. How many of y'all wrecked the car?
He copies every damn thing, Pa. He has no self-identity. Hey, Socks, down me up. Our impressions of the Dirty Bird are so good that she said publicly that I copy her. Let's go. Now let's talk about Drew Barrymore, because I want more. I really like that song that is a popular TikTok sound. So anyway, today I've got a comment. People bashing Drew do not realize she is not in control. She is an employee of the channel, bound by contract. If the exec wanted to brand me, there is a reason behind it. Drew must have fought, and that's why they took the responsibility on her co-host, which I have not seen getting attacked here. Internalized misogyny much. Internalized misogyny much. Right away, let's not throw out false allegations, because we were actually harder on Ross Matthews than we were on Drew Barrymore. Even though the last time I checked, it's not the Ross Matthews show, it's the Drew Barrymore show.
Now, do I call you Angie, Angela, Dean, can I call you Nima? What do I call you? Forever and ever, like,
I stay up because, I got women, 100. And we're all queens, and I say I'm queen of me. We're all queen of us. Ready? Stay up.
Let me know what you wacky West Office about this in the comments below, but I've read the comments on both videos, and I gotta say, criticism for Drew Barrymore was very tame. For Ross, not as much. I think the majority of people were mad at Ross because he was self-proclaimed 90 Day Fiancé expert that should have known better and not gone on to the most abusive people we've ever seen on reality TV, because that's a bad way for everything. Especially Drew Barrymore, because the show's named after her. And Drew Barrymore was a flower girl at his wedding. They claim to be so close. It's such an off move, because if someone's your friend and you're so close to them and you work together, why would you bring a complete time bomb PR nightmare on the show? Especially when Drew Barrymore is already taking a lot of heat for her interview style of getting very close to people, violating their personal space, and touching them excessively. Not to mention, she had Kamala Harris on her show and said we need more Kamala in the country. The past couple of years when this administration has been terrible for all of us. But here's the thing, you can't just be so agreeable and be this fake, disingenuous, the world's all sunshine and rainbows, isn't it? Oh my God, that's such an inspirational woman. She's not an inspirational woman. No one likes her. And that's the problem I'm saying for very much. She's interviewing all these people that suck. And she's not only interviewing people that suck, she's backing them up. The old slave job, telling them that they're so great and everybody loves them. That's not enough. Look at the comment section. Her comment section was so bad when she posted these videos. And they got a whole staff, they got a lot of money behind the show, but not one person was commenting about it. Because Google searched the Dirty Bird before they brought her on the show. So it just goes to show. There's a lot of talentless people in positions where they should be. And for Drew Barrymore, she's a talented actress. As a TV host, terrible.
I gave you a 101 on 90 Day Fiancé. Are you in?
It's so wonderful for me to hang out with someone who's like,
Here's another criticism I have of someone that doesn't watch the Drew Barrymore show. You have all these connections. Y'all have been networking in Hollywood for such a long time. We can tell that by how certain behaviors and certain things that people say are normal to you, and you laugh about them. None of us would laugh about a woman that looks like a crack head coming on the show and talking about how she flew unannounced Siberia and tore up his car. Right away, I would say that's disgusting, and it's revolting that you did that when you had no confirmation that he was cheating on you, and before that, you cheated on him multiple times, but in typical Rakeisha fashion, right, because their relationship is very similar to that movie Morbid. She gaslit him and made him believe he was crazy, basically just yelled at him until he dropped the issue altogether. When you have this portfolio and this access to all these people that have made a positive change in the world, are are very influential. Why don't you invite them to come on your show and talk to them and learn from them? I think what I'm trying to say is, what in God's green earth do we have to learn from Angela Dean? What does she have to teach us? Nothing valuable, so why have her on the show? And like I said earlier, Socks, I've read a lot of your comments, and boy, oh boy, did you have a lot of intelligent things to say. I'm going to read a couple right now. Dalla977 commented, in my opinion, WTF is Drew B thinking Angela is abusive to Michael and they're rewarding her. Shake my head, angry emoji. Not only do I agree with this comment, but they bring up a very good point, which is, why is bad behavior being rewarded? And this is on brand for Angela Dean, because us 90 Day Fiance fans have had to watch this woman for years keep getting these TV opportunities, and a lot of us have been affected by abuse. Whether it's someone you know, whether it's yourself, it's terrible to keep rewarding someone that does cruel and demeaning acts to another person. It makes no sense. Gina4NK commented, I no longer like Drew Barrymore. How dare Drew uphold this racist, abusive woman? See, right away, this is the problem for this name association. Even if it wasn't Drew's idea, as that previous comment stated, she still allowed it to happen on her show. This is not the Ross Matthews show. And if you're not in control of your own show, after building up this brand, then you got Ali93796 commenting, Angela has been publicly hurting and abusing Michael and others for years now, and they're going to praise her? Imagine inviting an abusive husband on the show and supporting him. An abuser is an abuser. If Angela Dean was a man and Michael was a woman, she would never be on the Drew Barrymore show, because it seems like even during Men's Mental Health Month, no one cares about men's mental health. And you can see that both sexes are treated very differently and have been treated differently for years when it comes to physical abuse. And going back to that previous dumb comment we read, why don't we look up the dictionary?
Allô? Bonjour, je suis Gemini. Allô, Gemini? Comment puis-je vous aider?
Comment ça marche? Je fais juste parler?
On peut parler de tout ce que vous voulez.
Ok, j'ai besoin de ton aide, Gemini.
Pas de problème. Essayez de mettre du yogourt grec à la place. L'enfant est-il prêt à se coucher? Non.
Est-ce que tu peux le rendre plus professionnel?
Bien sûr, voici une autre version.
Wow, ça c'est utile.
De rien. Aimeriez-vous discuter d'autre chose?
We drilled a little too deep.
The truth lies hidden.
Misogyny right now. Misogyny, hatred, or prejudice against women typically exhibited by men. It is generally accepted that misogyny is a consequence of patriarchy, male-dominated society, and the term may be applied to certain individuals as well as larger systems, societies, or cultures. Interesting, so we should give someone a pass because they're a woman, and the show is named after them, and they built up a brand for years in Hollywood, but they're not to be held accountable because this segment was Ross Matthews' idea. But it's their show. Make it make sense. And how is that misogynistic, holding someone accountable that's a woman? It's like people say these words and they don't understand the dictionary definition of these words. Same thing with the Dirty Bird. I'm copying her? No, I'm commenting on her. Like I comment on all the cast members of these TV shows that we review, whether it's 1,000 Pound Sisters, 90 Day Fiance, etc.
One person from all of 90 Day Fiance that is my absolute favorite.
Don't you goddamn lie in my face. What did you say, you lied?
She has brought the drama, the heart, the mayhem, the mischief.
There has been no word from Ross Matthews or Drew Barrymore. They have not put out any statement about their interview with the Dirty Bird, aka Angela Dean. Instead, they're trying to sweep the situation under the rug and not talk about it, which is hilarious because she made a whole video trying to explain herself during the writer's strike. If she made great episodes without the writers, people wouldn't be as hard on her, because to be honest with you, you can do it all yourself and you're that insanely talented. You don't need the writers. I'm gonna do it myself. Well then, go ahead. It shows everyone that you don't have an allegiance and you're not willing to stick up for the writers, which is going to lose a lot of people's respect that care about that, certainly. The problem is with Drew Barrymore and with Ross Matthews, they go through the motion. They probably have little interns running around telling them what they're going to talk about, what they're going to say, the scripts and whatnot, and they just read from the teleprompter. It's just so disingenuous that they have to have an entire audience gas up everything they say. Could you imagine if I had a whole room full of people that were gassing me up after every joke I told? You guys would be like, that is so cringe, man. And I just said that, but I'm fully aware that people are going to say something like, that's how daytime TV works. I get that, but maybe someone should reinvent the wheel or the formioli, because clearly it's not working. So many people have stopped watching dumb shows like this and are watching YouTubers, TikTok. Our attention spans are getting faster more and more every day. We don't want filler of people clapping. It's distracting and it's annoying for the majority of us.
There's one person from all of 90 Day Fiancé that is my absolute favorite. And guess what? I couldn't sleep last night because she's here today. Do you know how many hours I've spent with this woman?
I mean,
You're so out of touch with what your audience wants to see, with what normal people want to see. You've been affected by all these, fake nonsense people because you looked at the fact that they're famous and think, well, this is going to get our ratings up, Drew. It's not. I think that if she is really not involved in the decisions, which I highly doubt, she should be more involved, because this is your brand. This is your name that's there. It's not the Ross Matthews show. It's the Drew Barrymore show. So you should be in control of every single person you're interviewing, because your ass is on the line, girl. If you don't want to talk about this interview, if you don't want to apologize, that is your decision, and I'm never going to say you need to do this or you need to do that. However, I myself am curious how this even happened in the first place. Someone should get fired. If this was done by Ross Matthews, someone that the majority of people, even your own fans, don't like, to be honest with you, I don't watch your show, but I will say, if you had a different host on that challenged a lot of these elites that you interview on certain things, it would actually complement your personality, because your approach is very, okay, let's talk about how awesome you are. Wow, I can't believe that you're this ray of sunshine in the world. So it would be actually entertaining to see someone that's your counterpart be more cynical.
One sec.
There's one person from all of 90 Day Fiancé that is my absolute favorite. And guess what? I couldn't sleep last night because she's here today.
I made a drink up and I called it Michael because the color looks horrible. Like
We have followed your whole love story. You're traveling to Nigeria.
Drew knows ain't nothing in your West Side. He's just skeleton for best friend. And I'm a big fan of your interview style, getting all close and personal with people, touching them. Why didn't you touch me like that, Drew? Was it because you were afraid of my dirty bird feathers falling off? Hey, Scotty, I'm gonna drive you to that middle school later. So make sure you write a bunch of nice things about Drew in the video. Oh wait, the video got taken down? Drew, why'd you take down the video? We're supposed to be besties. Hello, thoughts. Welcome back to part 2 of reviewing the Dirty Bird Drew Barrymore collaboration.
We're actually about to make one of your biggest dreams come true right now. That's right, Drew. You know that I'm obsessed with reality TV, and I wanted to bring Ms. Barrymore into my world a little bit. So we're kicking off a new segment where I'm going to introduce you to some of my favorite reality stars. It's time for Ross's Reality.
Oh, please, buddy, Ross's Reality. You might want to change the name of your little segment on Drew's show to Ross is a Liability, because the only cast member that's worse than Angela Yee is John Castle, who's spending 18 years in the slammer for beating up women. As we covered in our previous video, Ross, Drew's co-host, paraded himself as this knowledgeable reality TV specialist that has watched 90 Day Fiancé for years. Which begs the question, if you are truly a fan of the show, why would you bring out one of the most hated cast members of all time? Someone that is so unmarketable that every single season more and more people sign petitions to get her removed from the show. Many fans have stopped watching the show overall because of her existence.
my husband's Nigerian, but we might be getting divorced.
You're next in line, Diego, is what you say. I realized I'd reached a certain level of success when the people from TLC and Discovery Plus started sending me the episodes for my favorite show, 90 Day Fiancé, a week before, so I could watch them and know what was going to happen. I've never felt power like that in my life, and it felt good. It feels really good.
Ross has got to have the most annoying voice I've ever heard in my entire life. It's not even close. And here's a wacky idea. Let's have the co-host be the guy that glazes everybody up, regardless of whether they're a good human being or not, because in his eyes, it's all about the clout points. And let's wonder why our show is a total failure and has terrible ratings. Gee, it might have something to do with the fact that your co-host, Drew, is a complete op.
There's one cast member who I am so obsessed with. She has brought the drama, the heart, the mayhem, the mischief, and the meemaw. Take a look.
I don't give a goddamn about no money. Calm down. You ain't no goddamn money.
And last time I checked, Ross, you're a man, so why interview a woman that has made a career out of abusing a Nigerian man on and off this TV show during Men's Mental Health Month? Like, let's really think about this, right?
Basically like spooning. No?
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, and we got much closer than that at certain points too. I'm on my knees, I'm hugging.
yeah, there's Holy Valley right here.
Yep,
This one.
yep, that's.
Yeah, you're just. You can't sit in your chair.
No, I feel
Get in there.
this magnetic pull.
Sit in things.
People. I love every human being on the planet. I'm fascinated, and everyone has a story. It's so fun to literally get to be a conversationalist at work.
Drew's overall persona is that girl from Mean Girls that said something on the lines of, I wish that we could go back to how it was during our childhood days when it was all sunshine and rainbows. It's just not realistic. It comes across incredibly disingenuous to kiss someone's butt without knowing anything about them.
You always keep it real, don't you?
But it's typical LA fakeness, which is why so many people have stopped watching shows like this and are watching YouTubers or just people that give their honest thoughts.
We all need a mom. I've been thinking that we really all need a tremendous hug in the world right now.
Yeah.
But in our country, we need you to be Mamala of the country.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I've ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.
I gave you a 101 on 90 Day Fiancé. Are you in?
It's so wonderful for me to hang out with someone who's like,
And the response to the fans' criticism tells us everything we need to know about your character, because what did they do, ladies and gentlemen? They deleted the interview off of YouTube and off of Instagram. You can't wipe the slate clean and just not talk about it and pretend like it didn't happen. You posted this publicly on your show.
Wellington, can I ask you, when did you get into 90 Day Fiancé?
When I met you.
And who's our favorite?
Angela.
Oh my gosh, how can I get to
The first audience member that Ross selects to ask the Dirty Bird questions is his husband, Wellington, who, as we just saw, is also a big fan of Angela Dee. And I'm not sure if everyone knows this, but Drew recently faced backlash for continuing to put out episodes of her show during the writer's strike. So when I see this, I just think to myself, maybe you shouldn't have pissed off the writers, right? Angela proceeds to kiss Wellington on the cheek. Hopefully she remembered to brush her teeth today.
You know what's so funny? You know what his question was going to be?
Treat yourself, then treat your heartburn. With a berry on top. Introducing Tums Chewy Bites. New delicious format, same Tums heartburn relief.
Nos saucisses sont faites de porc canadien et d'ingrédients de première qualité. Le goût de chez nous, Johnsonville.
What can I get a selfie?
Oh, we got a good idea.
Wow, what an insightful question from a fake 90 Day Fiancé fan. Not. Drew looks so bored out of her mind throughout this entire segment. She's usually wrapped around her guests like a damn octopus. But during this segment, she sat by Ross and didn't say much. Anyways, what does Ross do? Well, in typical Ross fashion, he calls on another self-proclaimed 90 Day Fiancé fan to ask a question.
Chantal, what's your question for Angela? So I wanted to know, is there a scene or a moment from any of the shows with Michael that you regret airing?
Get laid.
No. No!
Oh, look, Socks, Angela thinks she's funny. Yeah, I'm not surprised she has no regrets because her bad behavior keeps on getting rewarded. This is someone that wants fame at all costs, and it shows.
Not ripping apart his car. No, nothing like that.
I ripped apart his car. I flew over there unannounced, and I thought he was cheating.
Y'all, they cannot be serious. Ross was aware of the fact that she destroyed his car in Nigeria. Then he's also aware that she physically assaulted him there because that occurred in the same scene. Wait, that's actually hilarious. He just told on himself. No wonder why they were so quick to delete the video off of YouTube and Instagram.
And then, you know, at the end, when you got to the tell-off, I was right. A woman's intuition, guys, don't play with it. We know. We know.
This is so embarrassing. Ross is such a head-ass kid. Also, for the record, Angela cheated on him many times throughout their entire relationship, but since y'all sided with the abuser, you're not going to bring that up.
You single-handedly ripped that car apart.
But what y'all didn't see was, it didn't take him 5 minutes to come out. It was like 30, and I said, well, you're going to come out now, because I know he likes his car.
Uh-huh.
I just started tearing. Here he comes, too. I said, oh, nice to see you.
Wow, Socks, this is so tone-deaf. Ross laughing at this just shows how out of touch with reality these Hollyweird elites are. It's disgusting, and they should be ashamed of themselves.
Out there like bumper gone, the tag ripped off. Yeah. I said, wow, because he always tells me Bounty. I'm like, Bounty? Hello, welcome.
Is this one of those humiliation rituals I've heard about? Because I already assumed that they would be invited to the parties. Well, maybe not Ross, but certainly Drew.
Your car.
I vandalized an ex-boyfriend's car, too.
See? Drew, it's a natural thing to do. How many of y'all wrecked the car?
Cheer for this.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, you guys, not Drew Barrymore having FOMO and then talking about her own experience vandalizing an ex-boyfriend's car. Then they proceed to try and normalize that behavior. I can't wait for their little bullshit apology video. We all know it's coming.
Listen, it's better his car than his head.
Listen.
Oh no, Drew, watch out, it's a dirty bird. You used to be in Adam Sandler movies, for God's sakes. Look at how far you've fallen, girl. This is a woman that actually physically assaulted her husband, Michael, multiple times. She's not joking. These aren't jokes. Stop laughing. And we all already know if Angela Dean was a man that beat up a woman, Drew and Ross would never have the same kind of energy.
And I regret
Facts.
it, because you know what? Who had to pay to fix it?
You did?
Angela, shut up. The
Oh,
money that
shit.
she made on 90 Day Fiance and all the spin-offs is half Michael's because he did half the work. I'm starting to get angry, but the next fan is actually wearing a 90 Day Fiance themed t-shirt, so hopefully we get a question that isn't basic.
Speaking of the car vandalism, you've had lots of fights with Michael on the show, and I was wondering if you had any tips for getting over a fight.
Oh, you want tips for getting over a fight with your
Angela.
man from the most violent woman in 90 Day history? Bet. The members of this audience are
Bet.
industry plants, and this show is faker than the WWE. I would rather watch paint dry.
I think that turns into good sex. Like you're both mad and you both want to make up, but you don't, and then it just happens, and it's the best sex ever. You ever heard that? Like I really thought I got pregnant that night. No, you didn't.
There's one cast member who I am so obsessed with. She has brought the drama, the heart, the mayhem, the mischief, and the meemaw. Take a look.
The law said I have every right to with my car. That's my car, mother. Michael's right there.
There's one person from all of 90 Day Fiance that is my absolute favorite. And guess what? I couldn't sleep last night because she's here today.
The same woman that abuses a black man on a TV show is one of your favorites? That's very interesting. The same mother whose daughter is a child molester is one of your favorite cast members? Pray tell.
I mean,
It is beyond irresponsible and disappointing that Drew Barrymore and her co-host Ross platformed a well-known abuser like Angela Dean.
if my daddy was alive, he would have sat here and waited you to come up here, and he would have hand slapped you right in your mouth.
Okay.
My dad would have beat your.
A garbage human being that fans of the show 90 Day Fiance have been actively trying to get fired for years. And I find it baffling that no one from your team Googled this woman before you brought her on your show.
There's no reason. I don't give a damn about no money. Calm down. You ain't no goddamn money.
And And to make matters worse, I feel like it's a virtual betrayal. Drew Barrymore, I never thought we would be here. Not the same nice lady that we see in the Adam Sandler movies.
All right, Drew, now I'm going to teach you one of the most important things a person can learn, okay? 90 Day Fiancé. It's the best show of all time, right, everyone?
When Ross was explaining the 90 Day universe to Drew, we should have known that he wasn't an actual fan of the show by how he said it's the best show ever. Any actual fan of the show wouldn't say that because it is a love-hate relationship with the show.
We're actually about to make one of your biggest dreams come true right now.
That's right, Drew. You know that I'm obsessed with reality TV, and I wanted to bring Ms. Barrymore into my world a little bit. So we're kicking off a new segment where I'm going to introduce you to some of my favorite reality stars. It's time for Ross's Reality.
Then, of course, we get visuals of Ross's reality, and the audience is told to clap and cheer because there's teleprompters.
Today she's really here for the first time. I can't believe you're gonna meet her. I'm ready. Angela Dean, come on out.
Drew gave him a huge opportunity to be on the show with her, and look at how he shows gratitude by kissing Dirty Bird butt. Wow, I guess all you need to impress Ross is a little bit of clout points, right? And I'm assuming that the self-proclaimed 90 Day Fiancé expert is fully aware of all the names that Angela calls her husband Michael.
Listen.
He's a goddamn retard.
Are you done talking?
No, I'm not. Now say the one side. I'm an American.
Land of the free.
Land of the free.
You good, bro? You okay? You okay? I would have hung up. Fuck you. Fuck you. And girl. Oh. Nah. You know, she's older. You have to be respectful for the older people, but honestly, though, fuck her. I'm gonna fuck her whole persona because I do feel bad. I don't like saying fuck people. I just talked about Poe saying fuck you to the men, and I do feel bad about it, but oh well.
Well, I'm happy you asked. It's just humiliate this man because she's made an entire career out of doing so. This is a woman that drinks like a fish, smokes like a chimney, probably smells like urine, and if you type in crack pipe lips, she's one of the first pictures to pop up.
The king of my heart, Ross Matthews, and the queen of 90 Day Fiancé, Angela Dean. That's right.
And while I'm on a roll, Ross, I'm sure you thought it was a really funny scene when she named that drink after her husband, Michael, the Nigerian man.
I made a drink up and I called it Michael because the color looks horrible.
That's fucked up.
When Angela Dean, aka Meemaw, walked out to greet Ross and Drew, crowd cheers because they were told to do so. She gets way too close to Drew, and Drew is fake nice about it. She pretends to be into it as she gives her a hug. So after hugging Drew, Angela proceeds to hug Ross, which is really sweet by her to give Ross his fan moment. He'll probably never shower again.
Now, please take a seat. For starters, you look so stunning. Now, do I call you? Is it Angie, Angela, Miss Dean? Can I call you Meemaw? What do I call you?
Call me Queen.
The real
Not
queen
sure.
is dead, and there's nothing royal about a violent hillbilly like Angela Dean. And she will often refer to herself as the queen of reality TV on social media.
Forever and ever, my queen.
I say that because, I back women.
Yeah, she backs women up into a corner and then gets violent with them. She has a history of getting violent with women both on and off these TV shows. She beat up Avery's mom on one of the tell-alls, and then she got in Liz's face on The Last Resort and threatened her with physical violence. Let's not forget about that.
I'm not running away, Mom. I'm not it. I didn't do that. I told you. I didn't do that. 100. And, we're all queens, and I say I'm queen of me. We're all queen of us, right?
Yeah.
Look at Drew's face. She's probably thinking to herself, that is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. This entire episode comes across incredibly disingenuous because you can tell that Ross knows nothing that he's talking about, but he's pretending to be this expert in all things reality TV in order to tap into that demographic, right? The problem with this is is that you're not checking anything this woman says. You're allowing her to control the narrative.
We have followed your whole love story. You traveling to Nigeria, meeting for the first time, trying to get him his visa. You'll appear in 9 spin-off series as well, okay?
Yeah, that's what I said. 9 seasons, baby. 9 seasons of this Nigerian rat scammer trying to steal me. And what I do, I make sure that he couldn't work in Nigeria. Did you know that, Ross? She actually...
Endless DMs. I was literally spending more time answering the same questions over and over than I was with my family. And sure, engaging with followers made me some money, but I was completely burnt out. My content was suffering. ManyChat really changed everything for me. I set it up to handle all of those repetitive conversations automatically. I was actually able to stop working before dinner yesterday. I know you're always answering messages. You need to try it.
Siggy's yogurt, made with real fruit. Siggy's, simple is better.
Nigeria, so that all of the money could come through her.
Have you wrapped your head around what fame is for you?
No, I haven't. I'm just Meemaw now, you know. As much as I'm Queen of Me, I've always just been me, and I'm very honest. I think the time that we're living in now, that people don't like truth.
It is hilarious that throughout this entire interview, the Dirty Bird was trying to set a false narrative, and that's that people don't like her because she's brutally honest. Maybe, just maybe, it has to do with your racist rhetoric. I can think of countless examples because we've made many videos on this woman in the past. However, let's just pick one. When she got her surgery done, because as we know, she spent the money that her and Michael earned together by going on these TV shows on cosmetic surgery for herself, which is very selfish. And she's been called out by not only commentators, but fans of the show for years for doing so. So after she got her surgery done at the Build a Bitch workshop, she took a picture next to her 2 doctors. One was black, one was Asian. And this is what she said. Once you go black, you never go back. But once you go yellow, you never do another fellow. People hate me because I'm brutally honest.
And I have a way about saying it.
Yeah, you do. You always keep it real, don't you?
I do, and I get a lot of hate for it, but at the end of the day, I don't care.
Yeah.
I pay taxes, and by God, I'm going to say what I want to say.
You know, I wouldn't seen Lou because I really want a divorce. Why be married? I can do this without the aggravation. I don't smoke cigarettes till I talk to you.
I think I see what all the fuss is about. I mean, I totally agree.
Drew, honey, stop it. Get some help. You don't know what you're agreeing to. But the good news is that Drew proceeds to ask her a good question.
You came to 90 Day to find love. Was that the purpose of the journey?
Well, absolutely not, because I wasn't looking for love at 52. I was done. I was just going to raise my grandkids. I did all of it. I've had men.
Okay, so Angela doesn't bring this up on Drew's show for obvious reasons, but in the past she was on Trisha, she was on Murray. This is a woman that has tried to get famous for a very long time, and she didn't meet up with Michael in person until it was confirmed that she was going to be on the show 90 Day Fiancé with him. Ross then asked Angela what it was like when she met up with Michael for the first time in Nigeria.
I think I said it was a chicken bow wow. I think that's what I said when they asked me. Actually, 2 weeks I was there. We had sex 37 times in 2 weeks.
Wow, what a trashy thing to say on Drew's show, and you can tell that Drew is shooketh right now. Look at her face. She can't believe that Angela just said that. Ross then asked Angela if she wrote down all the times that her and Michael banged in order to keep track, and she says, oh no, I got it all up here. People think because I'm old, I can't remember none, but there ain't nothing wrong with my memory, honey. She's like something out of South Park, right? I think of that Honey Boo Boo parody episode.
He kept me calm, because I'm very hyper, and I'll cuss you out in a minute and come back and say, I'm sorry that I was wrong. But at that minute, gets me going to kill you, but I'm not, right? I'm just like, you know.
Oh, I know.
And I'm the sweetest, really honest. I'm very giving.
No. We've never seen this woman apologize for all the letters and outright lie. In fact, their relationship is similar to that movie Norbit, because the minute she gets called out or caught cheating on Michael, she starts gaslighting him into believing that he's crazy and starts yelling at him until he drops the issue.
He calmed me down, and I thought, oh, he loves me, because as you know, no one's ever to me, like made me feel loved, you know, in a relationship. I was always the provider. They never worked. I always let them stay home, and I worked with it. Well, Michael was different right then.
If you made it this far into the video, I am so sorry. I'm sure that your brain hurts as well because Angela has been lying through her fake teeth throughout this entire interview. The biggest lie she told was that her and Michael are still together present day, something we know not to be true.
How you doing now? That's real. Are you still together right now?
Absolutely.
We've made countless videos about Michael escaping the Dirty Bird dungeon. They are no longer together present day, but I'm assuming that she said this because she doesn't want to get in trouble with TLC.
Drew, I gave you a 101 on 90 Day Fiance. Are you in?
It's so wonderful for me to hang out with someone who's like,
Ew, this is so cringe. Guilty.
My Wet Socks, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comments what you think about the Drew Barrymore Dirty Bird Ross collaboration.
Angela.
Advil plus acetaminophen. Ibuprofen targets pain. Acetaminophen blocks pain signals.
In the tell-all trailer for season 8 of Happily Ever After, we see Angela Deem, aka the Dirty Bird, storm off the set and say that she hates tell-alls, which begs the question, if you hate tell-alls so much, why do you keep coming back? Angela also said in the tell-all trailer that no woman deserves to be treated like this, referring to herself. Meanwhile, she treats her husband Michael like a slave.
That's where you be washing my clothes?
Michael touched down in the United States. Angela put him to work right away, doing all kinds of chores around the house, watching those grandbabies for free. She thought that she could bully this man into submission, have him be her do boy, but he had other plans.
But there's something wrong. I don't think it's just me. I think he's really hiding his day, and it's okay. So you're in U.S. now, Michael.
She has also insulted Michael's intelligence numerous times, which isn't very nice, and also very ironic because he outsmarted her. So what does that say about her if she's calling him stupid and he escaped? And what about TLC had us jump through hoops to watch the tell-all part 1? They didn't put it on Discovery Plus. It was on TLC Go, and I didn't know about TLC Go's existence. I know about Pokemon Go, but not TLC Go. So I went on there to watch it, and guess what? I got 8 3-minute ads. When we first see Michael and Angela in episode 18, they're going for a drive. She's showing him his new home, Hazelhurst, Georgia.
Here's our neighborhood. You need to learn these roads now.
I'm trying to.
Just look at it. Get used to it. You're not used to one driving.
You need to learn these roads now, Michael, as she's smoking a cigarette with the window just slightly cracked down. She proceeds to speed and tell Michael and the audience that she is speeding, and Michael says that he's not used to driving with his wife, especially because she'll go from 0 to 100 so quick. Angela's laughing while her husband says this, but he's politely telling her that he doesn't feel safe with her behind the wheel because she's a reckless driver. In the past, Angela Deem was arrested and charged with a DUI going 60 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour speed zone, so I'm surprised she's so nonchalant about speeding given her history. To make matters worse, Angela proceeds to say something so out of pocket. She says that the majority of drivers in Nigeria that are women aren't good drivers, and even Michael's like, bruh, why do you gotta disrespect my country all the time? Especially given her driving history, who is she to judge any other driver? This Christmas, instead of playing the Michael Bublé Christmas album, I'm gonna play the Dirty Bird and see how long it takes before my brother strangles me. Angela then pulls over at the gas station to teach Michael how to pump gas, and of course she makes it sexual, which is very awkward for the viewers. She then says, let's go in the gas station and get this chicken because they got great chicken here, which I highly doubt they have great chicken at the gas station. This is the fried chicken in question. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Right away, I was actually a little disappointed because they didn't give us much to work with. They didn't get her taking a bite of the chicken. I didn't get to hear the crunch or the slurpage because the fried chicken has to be juicy inside, has to be steamy, hot. The outside's gotta be crunchy. Also, she used no dipping sauce, which is a rookie move. To be honest, in my opinion, Michael lost a little bit of points here because she did not have fried chicken. It should be lathered up in sauce, and as the passenger, it is his job to do that because it's hard to drive and dip your chicken at the same time.
You park this car and make me throw up that chicken.
Some nice things.
Just this
It's so good to watch Michael be so subservient when we know what eventually happens. He's like, Angela, you want to disrespect me and have me do all the capital accounts your laundry wants to do? Okay, baby, anything for you. These contacting the rescue rangers, setting up an extract. He goes on to say that tonight they're going to have dinner with their daughter Skyla. They can't show Scotty on the show for obvious reasons. Angela goes on to say that she hopes that Michael can prove to Skyla that he's here for the right reasons. He's been with her for 7 years, so I don't know why she constantly says this. She always puts Michael in this position where he has to prove his loyalty when realistically she has to prove her loyalty as well. She's been unfaithful throughout their entire relationship. Nothing Angela telling Michael that he needs to decorate their house for Christmas.
I get into the spirit of
Okay, good. Okay, thank you. Okay. Sans l'ordre de l'amour, de la fraîcheur. Feels weird to be shaven. Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the controversial. Doing well, having a wonderful day. It feels so weird to be shaven. I'm not used to it to be clean shaven, but tomorrow we have a very important day. Tomorrow we are going through what should I call it? Don't blink, it's your boy. Welcome to the controversial. Doing well, having a wonderful day. Didn't know if I remember my intro. I am stressed about tomorrow because tomorrow's a great day. Tomorrow we're going to the job salon or the job fair to try to get some work, right? So gotta look good, gotta look presentable, and that's pretty much it. So there's not a lot of. I'll be completely honest. The weather is not great. This is what you get. This is basically the sunset. So. Fuck, that's all you get, right? I'm still gonna show you because I think you deserve it, but mostly because see, it's all about being consistent, right? Sometimes it's a good thing to be consistent, sometimes it's a bad thing to be consistent, but the simple fact of being consistent in itself is a good thing. So I'm gonna leave it there. Now you're gonna hear me talk because we're gonna be filming a lot of videos. So I'm just gonna be putting it here. There we go. Okay, I'll be right back. No, this is no good. Okay. There you go. A bit better, huh? I'm going to film the neighbors, but I feel bad. Okay, let's go. Ok. Ça franchira pas. Tic-tac. Don't blink, it's your Blink. Welcome to Welcome to Your Show. You guys are doing well, so having a wonderful day on this 2nd March 2025. A little bit of an announcement. Little bit of an announcement. Tomorrow we're gonna do a special event. We're gonna be doing and I know what you're saying, Ink, why don't you tell us the day before? Why don't you warn us? Guys, it's not a big deal. We're gonna go to the job fair. We're gonna try to find work, but I'm gonna take you guys with me. So what does that mean is we're gonna be getting a bit of a different content, which is something that you guys have been asking for. So we're gonna be filling up that desire, and it's gonna be fun. This is my very first job fair, so I'm excited for that. I'm actually really excited for it. Really excited for it. So we'll see how it goes. Possibly will go very well. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow we're gonna find a job. To be honest, I'm more so. See, I've been working for the agency for a couple of months now, and the agency is great. They gave me work, but you're looking for something that is. I'm in a really weird position right now. I have this agency work, which is great, but they don't call me enough. It's not stable work. So I do have a job, I do work, I do get an income, right? But to mostly be about, okay, well, what are people looking for? How many options do I really have? Because of course we can be finding better, but now I have a net. So how can I say this? And it just sounds so weird, but for example, you go to the grocery store and you're really hungry, and then you go to the grocery store and you just ate. It's a completely different completely different experience. So we are going to the grocery store, but we just ate. That's pretty much it. We shaved today. Feels weird. Feels very weird. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink. It's your Blink. Welcome to a video. Welcome to another show. We're doing well, so having a wonderful day. A little bit of a tower talk today, because I haven't done a tower talk in a while. So today is the 2nd of April, 2025. The tower talk, like I said, we saw the event, which is really cool. We haven't really made a video because my upkeep is so low. It's more so a problem of the sword than the shield. But the sword, I'm gonna be able to do it sooner than later, because we have 835 power stone. So I'm going to be investing that in a Death Wave, because the Death Wave is surprisingly the best way to get some cash for the sword playthrough. The Black Hole has been phenomenal. So of course, so we're still doing. We are still doing. The guild is going really well. The reason why I haven't really made the tower talk in a while is because we're doing so good. We're doing so freaking good. The guild is doing perfect. We're both increasing the attack and defense. On the crown, we are finishing the thing that I haven't finished. So a bit of a competition, a bit of a of getting work done. Right now, why am I doing a tower talk? Is because for most people that have like a good guild, or for most people that did the mission, right? You guys are able to get the Guardian. So the Guardian is also a new system. It is not a new system because it's been there for a month almost, but it's a new system because we're finally exploring more of it. So we did buy the two of them. We buy all allies and attack. I didn't get the steel, right? But the question is going to be, how do I unlock? I'm going to see if I can unlock it right away. How do I unlock the this? And the reason is, the reality is, I do not know what it is. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to obtain the third ship. But what I'm trying to say is, in this month, you had enough to buy. I'm almost done with each and every single playthrough. Shop or guild shops. All I have left is actually the steel chip, which is the coin, which would solve a problem. We have attack and defense, attack and ally. The ally once again healed. The attack is really good. So what we did is on the playthrough of the shield, we did the Guardian. We did Guardian, and I'm gonna tell you guys what exactly we did. I don't know if I can check it if I'm already in game. I should have done that before, but it's okay. It's okay, Ming. Yes, last week we were so stressed because ally, the guardian ship lock in battles. So that's a little bit of a problem. It's a little bit of a problem because I do know the attack by heart, but not the guardian. So we have started to increase them, and the system once again is so close to the ultimate. So you're gonna have 3 substats. So for the attack, I know it's the percentage of life took, the number of enemies, and the cooldown. I know for shield for allies is a cooldown, possibly the number of health, and I should have checked out before. I'm sorry, but I do find it's actually quite interesting because, to be completely honest, and I think it's more of a design flaw. To be completely honest, when you look at the Guardian, it does look like a simple bot, right? Now, of course, there's the skin. So we do have a butter skin, which is the cat skin. But if you don't put the skin on, it just looks like a normal bot. So the fact that we have the attack, I'm gonna be completely honest and say that I don't really see a huge difference. As of right now, the Guardian is not necessarily game changer, but what I do like what they did is we got the first season, which was 60 days. We're already halfway there, 2 months. What I do like what they did is they'll give us 2 chips that are both offensive and defensive. Then it give us more of a utility thing, and it's nice because does feel like an ultimate weapon in the fact that you can upgrade those stuff, but it also feels like a module. So you have one for health upgrade, attack upgrade, econ upgrade, and ultimate weapon upgrade. So it comes in full circle with the whole thing. We're gonna see what it is. There's nothing game changer for right now. I've asked my guild. I'm gonna see what my guild said about the Guardian. Okay, so go to hard brackets. Okay, as far as I can tell, attack has the most promise, but ally can be great for EHP. I don't know what extra experience points, maybe extra health points if leveled enough. Don't care about the seal one much. Okay, cool. I'm holding on for now, but if chip carries over, then I'm dumping it all into chips. Yeah. So people were telling me only one person answer, but it's all good. So the chips are gonna be something that I'm excited to see. The Guardian, as of right now, I am a bit disappointed, to be completely honest, because it's only one of them, and it's cool. It's stronger than a single boss, but it's not stronger than the 4 bots together. So it does feel kind of nice, but at the same time, So the whole tower talk is, once again, we're doing things normally. We didn't really upgrade anything. I'm gonna be able to tell you guys the ranking. There's I think it's 40 minutes left to this, so we're gonna be able to get rank 11 with the platinum and shield, which is the same as last week or the last tournament. We've been having a lot of problem with the tablets. Lot of problem. Wait a second. Where am I? Okay, phew. I had a hard bracket. 410, 20th place. This is the worst I've ever done. However, it does do something really good. And something that's really good is I forgot to increase my Guardian. So the shield does have a Guardian. So that is impressive because this is how much the shield help. So super good. That's pretty much it, to be completely honest. Tower is still one of my favorite games. We're playing a lot of game in the background, so it's a bit more hard to focus on it. But actually, at the same time, it's actually a really good time. So love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Dom Link is Humboy Inc. Welcome to Never Come to the Show. You guys are doing well. So having a wonderful day on this 2nd April 2025. Today we are reviewing the Arc Knight and Delicious in Dungeon collab. We're reviewing the event of Delicious in Dungeon and Terra. I thought the event, possibly one of my favorite events. One of the events that I wanted to check out the most because it was just so good. The story was funny. It really felt, to me, this was one of the best collab because you had so much elements from Delicious in Dungeon, but you had also had so many elements from the normal Arc Knights. So it really, really, really feels complete. It really feels like it's something we appreciate it. It's not because, okay, well, the event is good. It's because we see that it's a collab. We see a part of each. Once again, the collab was really cool. I didn't get Marcel, but we got Leos. Leos was pretty good. Tension was the one I really like, and we have Chillhook, because we're more focused on having a Vanguard thanks to Siege. As the event, we talk about the story, we talk about how it was involved. Let's talk about the mechanics. We had the I actually really liked the fact that we had a glossary that told you, hey, this is good, this is not good. I really like that. I also really like the fact that you had to kind of, I'm gonna say that you had to kind of figure out how to get the recipe. That way, if you finished the whole book, you had an original, which is pretty sweet. The mission were kind of good. What is one of the first event that we finished? We completely finished it. However, I'm gonna be honest and say we didn't finish it at 3 stars. We finished it at 1 star. The last one, I couldn't get in the EX. I wasn't strong enough. But so far, it's one of my favorite events. And it's just the fact that we had so much stuff that is put in there. Like, I don't like, for example, the Rainbow Siege. I wish I did it more. But the Rainbow Siege and the Monster Hunter were the 2 that I saw collabs. And out of the 3, the Dungeons & Dragons is by far my favorite. Once again, it was hilarious. I really had fun. But when you look at the Dungeons & Dragons, it's a bit more funny. So we had a really good mixture of this world. And what I like about it also is we didn't really talk about Arknight. And although I love Arknight when it's an event, with the Shin Dungeon, you should focus on the Shin Dungeon because this will not last. So, for example, if you prefer the Arknight part of the story, the Arknight part of the story, it will be there forever. The Shin Dungeon will not be there forever. So let's focus on something that is short term. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Because we're to shaven. Holy. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to our show. If you're doing well, so having a wonderful day on this 2nd April 2025, so the day after April Fool. Today we are giving out my first thoughts on the game Solo Leveling Arise. I am so chill to talk about this because Solo Leveling Arise was a game that I wanted to try for a while. It does take a lot of place. My personal issue when it comes to mobile gaming is there's so many games, and there's so many games, which means that there's a ton of great games, a ton of bad games. So like, okay, fuck, what am I supposed to do? Now, I'm gonna be honest and say I've played Solo Leveling only because of the hype. The hype was so great about the series. I was like, okay, well, there's something there. So I did play the game because people were so happy about the story. So one of the only game that I can think about where I'm playing because people are hype about it versus I'm playing because I feel like playing it. But when I got into the game, I completely fell in love with the game, and it's such a good game. So I'm gonna give you my pros and I'm gonna give you my cons. I'm gonna give you my cons first because they're next to none. There is next to none. The cons is I only got one con, to be honest, and it's that there's a lot of backtrack. So for example, they're gonna be putting a 5 mission. So they'll put chapters. They'll put side story too, and the chapters, there's 5 out of 6 that are super easy, and the 6th one you didn't get it, right? So on that part you're like, oh, I didn't get it, so I have to come back. And it's not really a problem, but it's a problem when you're trying to get some progression. So okay, well, I did this story, I unlocked something new, I'll go back there because I can finish it, then I'll go back, but then I unlock also side chapters. So it's not very linear, which is something that people will like, but for a more narrative speaking game, it's a bit of a flaw. Now, the positive, the game is interesting, the hunters are interesting. What I really like is that they all have those unique menu, they all have those skills. So it's not so much about increasing one skill, it's not so much about, oh well, I'm increasing, for example, when I talk about anime games, I think about 2 games in particular. I'm talking about Tokyo Ghoul, which is a game that we play a lot, and we're talking about Dragon Ball Z. And both of these games, you can upgrade something and it'll upgrade for everybody. Or So a lot of them will have similar moves. For example, with Dragon Balls, it does feel like I haven't played a game. I didn't play Sparking Zeros. I didn't play Kakarot. Last time we played was possibly Xenoverse 2. And it did feel like a lot of those characters had a similar, if not the exact same, mechanics when it comes to fighting. That's a bit of a problem because you want it to feel different. Solo leveling does that phenomenally. What I like about the solo leveling game and mechanics about characters is when you run, it's gonna be the same shit. When you're taking damage or you're getting stunned, it's gonna be the same shit. There's something that's very similar, so the game feels familiar. But there's also some instances where it's completely different. What I also like is the ascension system of getting shards, which is something that we saw. However, what I do like here is when you upgrade those characters, there's a really, really nice screen. You can fuse weapon, which is really, really cool because there's a lot of fodder weapon. Now, we still have to find something to do with those weapons because we have a bunch of weapon that we're not using. What I like about the game is there's a large amount of hunter. We've been playing for a week. We already have around 15 to 20 hunter unlocked, which is actually pretty good. Now the problem with that is a lot of them are pure fodder. So what I'm saying, which is actually really wrong but really cool at the same time, I've just thought about it. So you're gonna be playing with the strongest. Right now we have, I don't even know the name, we have the girl with the light sword, which is apparently a solo leveling waifu. We have Song Hoon, we have Jing Hu, sorry, we have the guy with the glasses, the guy who is part of the academy. He has the glasses, he has the slick back hair, which is really cool, and we have a healer with the red hair. So pretty fucking cool. Now I would like the team are small, they're 3 people. However, what I do like is if you want to play with a character, well, you can just play the story with the best characters and come back with the smallest character and just have fun. They all have a different system of fighting, which is really good. They all have a class. What I really like about the game is changing the class. The class, once again, when you change the class, it's so cool. It is so freaking cool because what happened is, like, you gotta fight your own self. Fighting your own self really feels like a Bleach thing. And the White Ichigo. Now, before we continue, I have the disclaimer to do. I did not watch the story. I didn't read the manhwa. We don't know shit about solo leveling. We do not know shit about solo leveling. So it's kind of cool that I'm coming in as a virgin. But then again, it is so fulfilling to be like, okay, well, I understand everything that's fucking going on. Because I'm playing the game. Now the characters, they're super well designed, super well made. There's character that you of course hate. I'm gonna tell you another negative, the names of the character. That's not the game problem, that's the manhwa problem. The names are very hard to remember. So I'm like, oh dude, what am I supposed to do, right? But then maybe it's because I'm not familiar with manhwa. Maybe that's a common thing in manhwa. Who knows? I do like that a lot. The story, the weapon, well, actually I can have weapon, but also signature weapon for every single character. I absolutely love that. The mine system, the fact that you have to open up gate and then you can mine them, which is something that apparently is very common in the manhwa, which is super cool. The factor that it's the auto system is fun because the auto system, what I love, the auto system in my opinion is the perfect system that they created. So the fact that you'll have a auto game where you can just, it feels like watching a movie, which is I fucking love, or watching a let's play, which I fucking love. However, there is some chapters or there is some part of the story where it's gonna be a lot harder. So then you'll fail and you're like, okay, well, you cannot be hit more than that. What you do is you'll fail and then you come back and you play manually or semi-automatically. So that I really enjoy. It's not only automatic, there's sometimes that we're telling you like, yo, you've been doing that for a while, please play the game, right? So that I really enjoy. And that's pretty much it, to be honest. I'm following the story, I'm continuing the story. Now, there is another disclaimer, there is another little bit of an issue. And a little bit of an issue is that I will not be playing a while. First of all, we have the 19th where we're starting to stream again. Second of all, I don't want to wait. So what I'll do is I'll play until the season 2 ending. I'll check out what is going on. I know he's fighting the End King, so I'll probably just do the End King and then re-download the game way later when season 3 is finished. I don't like waiting. That's it. So that's pretty much it. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the Commentary Show. Guys are doing well, having a wonderful day on this 2nd April 2025. Clean shaven baby, feels good. Today we're going to be talking about my first impression of the game, of the mobile game, DC Dark Legion. So DC Dark Legion, I started playing because, okay, so I saw the ads on YouTube and I was like, fuck no, this seemed like a boring game. But then I saw people talking about it and I'm like, oh wow, that's kind of cool. So I downloaded it. It does really feel like your common Shelter game. Think about Fallout Shelter, talk about a bunch of games like that. It really is nothing new. For example, you'll have a power system, a place to rest, place that makes this kind of things, another place that make this kind of thing you can craft. It's a really cool game. I'm gonna be honest and say I'm not in love with it, but I'm having a lot of fun. So the first thing that I'm finding is the game has a lot of playability. So for example, the different mode, but also the different hero, and you're trying to collect them, and the way you collect them, like every single gacha, you're not gonna be only playing with the character that you like. The gacha are quite generous. I love the system. Right now we're playing with the Bat family, so we're doing Batman, Batwoman, Red Hood, and Robin. Right, we're also playing with Wonder Woman, but as soon as I get Nightwing, she's out. Because I do like the Bat family a lot. The story is actually really, really good about the multiverse, which is really nice, them dark multiverse. That Batman will laugh, which is really cool because I would have loved to see a Joker, but they did it smart because they will put the Joker as a playable character, which I fucking love. Also, there's so much to do. The arena, the guild, the tower. It feels like a normal like gacha game, but because of the sauce, I really like it. The graphics are amazing. I do like the graphics. The story is great. The gameplay is a bit repetitive. It's always, you're gonna do something first, then you're gonna get the story, then you're gonna get a dark one. So that's a bit of an issue. The rest of the game is actually super fun. Like the fact that we can have multiple heroes. Now, I will admit that gacha games have a tendency to do that. I do love the game, however, it does feel like sometimes I have to play with characters that I don't really like. First of all, because they're stronger, but second of all, because they have for example, right now we're playing with the Bat families. Because we have 4 characters at the Bat family, they're getting a bonus, which is great. But then I could play with a better bonus, because the bonus that they get is great, but it's not great. It's not the best. So there's time where I feel like, okay, well, I could get something better. And that's pretty much it. So it's a really good game that I strongly recommend. Let's see how it goes. It's still a very new game, but it has a lot of potential and very enjoyable. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the Commentary Show. You guys are doing well, so having a wonderful day on this 2nd April 2025. You can tell that I shaved my beard because tomorrow we're going to the job fair, which I'm super excited about. This video was going to be it's not going to be the most meaningful one. It's a bit of a boring one, but still, the reality is, I want to come back about the April Fool. So we're going to be coming back to it. I'm going to talk about my original plan, why we didn't do what we did. Once again, this video is not super important, but it's something that I do for transparency. So I try to be honest with you guys. I try to show you guys most of it. I'm trying to show you everything that I should show you. I'm trying to be honest, in a sense of, well, we were supposed to do that, but we didn't do it. So I was planning to do a couple of videos with April Fool. I was planning to do like a day off. I was trying to do like, I'm giving up making content. I was planning to do a lot of video for that, and that was still the plan. But then what happened is I started seeing a lot of people, and like, for example, like it's a tough thing because there's holidays where you celebrate, and I wanted to celebrate that because it's something that's fun to do. It's a lot of fun for the April Fool. And I wanted to show that, okay, well, we can have a good time without even pranking people, because although a prank is fun, there's always a victim and someone that does the prank, right? So what I ended up doing is I waited and I started seeing content, and I started seeing people do really like clickbaiting, really clickbaiting, and say, hey, it's an April Fool, or no, it's not an April Fool. Then I started seeing people be greedy and say, send me gifts, and be really cheap people. And then at the end of the video, they're like, hey, April Fool. I'm not really like that. So I kind of found that a lot of people were. I don't care about how much or how little you respect a holiday, but if you're taking away the fun from everybody else, that's a dick move. So I don't know how certain people were acting, and I was like, no, I don't appreciate that. I don't like that. So the in itself, the April Fool kind of thing where was, how can I call it? How can I say this? It was common. It felt kind of gimmicky. And although I'm super gimmicky, I'm super cringe, I didn't feel like doing that. So that's why we didn't do it. However, we had some fun with the people in the live. They were joking, they were trolling me. And it's nice because a lot of people will not understand that. But people who are trolling you, some of the time it's bad. You shouldn't troll people. But a lot of the time, what I do find is that trolling, or the trolling that they're doing, is completely harmless. It's not a big deal. You don't have to get carried away with it. They're just trying to have fun in their own ways, and that's perfectly fine. And I think that's the April Fool. I think it's something. It's one of the first time for a holiday. I think it's something that's fun in real life, but not necessarily fun in online, right? Like for example, yesterday I was seeing somebody do a fake pregnancy test. And then at the end of the video, she's like, oh, April Fool, I'm not really pregnant. But then you look at the comments, and there's a lot of people who are, and I that's your choice. You do whatever you want. I saw another comment saying, congratulations for the baby. So people were watching the video, thought she was really pregnant, got happy for her, got excited for her, went to write comment to be positive with that person, went to support that person, just to realize, oh, it's bullshit. Once you write your comment, you're not... I don't know if you can delete it, but I would be pissed off if I did that. If I actually saw the video and I was super happy, right? And then I was super happy, and I was like, you know what? Congratulations. I hope it's a healthy baby. And then, oh, April Fool. I would have been pissed off because I'm like, dude, I truly believe I was happy for you, right? That's not something to do. Anyway, that's pretty much it. That's why we didn't do anything for April Fool. I don't know about last year. Last year we didn't do shit because, again, last year, funnily enough, we stopped working in the 30th of March, and the 1st of April was the next day. So yeah. But next year I don't know what I'm gonna do, and that's pretty much it. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the Commentary Show. I'm doing well, having a wonderful day. We clean shaving, baby. Feels good, feels refreshing. I'm gonna be doing a small video. This is a thank you to my parents. This is a thank you. This is almost a love letter to my parents. And I know it sounds weird, but it's not weird. Trust me. So yeah, so let's get into it. Lately, it's kind of nuts because I never had a good relationship with my parents when I was growing up. My father was too strict. I always was afraid of him. I was like, this guy is fucking crazy. He is super strict. I didn't do shit. Why is he mad at me? Why am I always afraid of him? Which sucked, to be completely honest. It sucked, right? But that was life. My mom was an angel, but my mom, I didn't really see her enough, and I didn't really know who she was, which kind of sucked when you're when you're just the only son. And then in this relationship, I was like, okay, my parents are two completely different people. And I think growing up, I had a lot of pressure to be following one footstep. Like, oh, you're like your mom or like your dad, right? Not like in the fact of love, but like you're acting similar to. And I didn't want to choose. I was sitting on the fence. I was a fence sitter because I did like them both. Then I grew up, and that turned to resentment. It turned like, hey, let me be me. It was always a case, and again, I'm not blaming them, but it was always a case of I don't know who I am because my parents were so different. My blueprints were so different. It was always a case of who am I, right? And I think it happens to everybody. I think it happens to you. I think it happens to me. I think that's part of life, right? And then that feeling became to resentment. Like, yo, I'm already having problem facing or understanding who I am. Don't get involved, right? And that was not nice of me to do. And then this feeling turned into, independence. It turned into independence because I learned really quickly, very young, to not rely on my parents. Not because they're not good parents, but because I was doing it on my own at a very young age. My father was like, "Yo, you're gonna be alone. We have to go there. Please stay home." And I was like, "Okay, no problem." And I would just watch whatever fucking show I wanted to watch, just eat snacks. So it was really cool. My mom, I didn't like the boyfriend. Then again, the boyfriend didn't do shit to me. He didn't do shit to me. He was trying to get involved, which was a great thing. But I didn't respect that. I didn't expect that. I didn't accept it. I don't know why. I did a lot of bad things to people when I was younger. I think that's why we're trying to be so nice or so kind today, because we did so much wrong, right? And my mom, she was with him a lot, or she was smoking shisha. And I was like, no, not for me. I'm going to stay in my room. But at the same time, in my room, I get to play games, and that's all I cared about. So, when I went to the apartment, it turns to worse, because the independence was like, I don't really need you in my life. I stopped talking to my mom. I stopped talking to my dad. They didn't do anything wrong, but it was just like, I need space. I need space because I need to be my own person. And it's nice because they came back into my life, and it was a blessing. They never really were like, "Yo, you took us out, fuck you." They were just they were very understanding. And as I grew older, it's funny because it was my father. I got close to my father really fast, because when I was in an apartment, I lived a couple minutes away from him. So it was just like, hey, let's go have a coffee. And it was a conversation. And my mom, I love her, but she's a bit more reserved. She's a bit more like, what about you? What about you? What about you? But she doesn't talk about herself a lot, which is a cool quality, but it does really feel like there's a wall up. But then again, you understand that my mom, she's so generous, she's so kind, that she's always putting other people first. So it comes naturally to her to put other people first, more than talking about herself, which is a beautiful quality. It's selflessness. And it's funny because in time of needs, like right now I'm not needy, but they're there, it's really fun. I'm 32 years old, and although I have a lot of independence, I'm really seeing my parents being there. Like my mom saying, hey, there's a job fair tomorrow, here's how to get there, good luck. Or my father being like, hey, you've been okay, you lost some weight, good for you. And they have really been there. And just I think my parents as a kid, they were a bit too involved into my life, which is their choice. I respect that, but I do think they were too involved. So it took me a step back, and then I think there was a problem with boundaries. I think there was a problem with boundaries from my part. I was pushing them away, but I was so lonely that I was trawling back to them, and I was like, hey, let's talk. So when I wanted to talk, let's talk. But when I didn't want to talk, go away, which isn't fair. You shouldn't do that to people that you like, let alone your partner, let alone your parents, right? That's something that I did that was not okay. That was not cool to do. One of the things that I noticed the most, and is that lately we have such a good relationship. They were so different, and I think that's why it was so hard for me to get close to them. For example, with my father, he's a talker, just like me. So when it comes time to talk, we can both talk a fucking storm, right? And I do feel like the issue here was more so listening to each other, which was kind of like and it's funny because I was more at my father's house, so it kind of raised me a bit more than my mom. But with my father, it was a case of, okay, well, you're talking, I'm talking, we're conversating. With my mom, it was more so a case of like, I'm talking, you're not talking, what's going on, right? So there's a feeling of, it was a different problem with both of them, but we fixed that. And I just want to say that I'm grateful for that, because now that my relationship with my father and my mom is perfect. My father, yes, we had a fight last month, it was bad, but he's truly sorry for that. Like, for example, we had a fight. We didn't have a fight, but I was like, dude, my father was like, hey, let's go try this pizza place. And he was like, I'm going to my mom. And then he got to see he got to buy the pizza. And he was like, okay, well, he got the pizza no matter what. Even if I wasn't there, we were supposed to go together. And I was like, okay, well, what happened? And then he just told me, and I was stupid because the stepmom wasn't there and she's dieting, so this was his only opportunity to sneak in some junk food. It was special that day. It was only that day. So I got mad before I understood the situation, which was my fault. And my mom was trying to give advice, and she's just trying. But and I sometimes I take that advice. I'm like, well, I tried that, and it didn't work. Even if sometimes it's important to listen to. It's important to be like, yo, I understand that this advice, I don't really need it. It's not something that I need to do or I'm gonna do. But it's still nice of you to propose an idea, to propose the fact that you should do this. It's a good idea, and I think I have to be more. I have to accept that more. But honestly, my parents, the relationship is great. My father, we talk, we're having fun. My mom, we never talk that much. So honestly, us communicating, and it's always like, and it's fun because I did feel bad because I gave my mom the YouTube because I needed followers, and yeah, that's a true story too. And she kind of needed to go through the video to see how I'm doing. That was a mentality for a long ass time. You want to know how I'm doing? Check the video. No, don't check the video. They ask you a question, you answer. That took me a while. That took me a long ass time to figure out. But my mom, she was involved. She was always involved with the videos and saying, "Hey, how it happened?" So yeah. So then that we were talking and we're communicating, it's like, we had this question you wanted to ask, I'm gonna answer, or how you doing? And it's just a blessing being closer. I feel like it's weird because I feel like it's more so a feeling of being closer than in actuality. But in many ways, it's a freaking blessing. So I want to thank my parents. I want to make a small video to say thank you. Thank you for, I'm not easy to live with. I'm not an easy person to deal with. I'm not an easy friend to have. And I'm not an easy son to have. They're dealing with me, and I'm super grateful. And although sometimes we're fighting, I'm so grateful for the fact that I have amazing parents. And yes, I'm 22. And yes, I'm out of the nest, of course. But at the same time, it's nice to have them in your life and say, you know what? It doesn't really have to be a sense of provider versus providee, but more so a sense of we're family, Something that I missed and I should have done before. So yes, the relationship is a lot. It doesn't feel it doesn't feel like the relationship. It doesn't feel like the relationship changed a lot, but we're definitely closer. And that's what I didn't understand with people. It doesn't matter if the relationship is good as long as you're closer. Yes, you can fight with someone, but even if you fight with someone, if you feel close to them, that's a good thing. That's a great thing. For example, with my mom, if we're fighting, well, at least we got to talk about it. At least she told me how she felt. At least I told her how she felt. We might not agree, but at least we know how each other feels, and that's important too. And that's why we're feeling closer to each other, because it was this conversation, and that's a beautiful thing. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.